Summit County Court of Common Pleas is again in session. Honorable Christine Crunchy presiding.
Thank you. You may be seated. You may call your next witness.
The state's going to call Cindy Briggs. Ms. Briggs, you can unmute yourself. The judge is going to come read to you an oath, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Briggs, would you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and a couple things. Because of the technology, you have to wait till the question's completely asked before you answer, because it'll cut you off or it'll cut off the question. And of course, there's a court reporter taking down the testimony. So we want to make sure we hear the full answer, or the full question and the full answer. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and if there's an objection, I know it may be hard to hear, but don't answer until I've ruled on the objection and you're told that you may answer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, can you please state your full name, spell your last name for the record, please?
Cynthia Briggs, B-R-I-G-G-S.
Ms. Briggs, where do you currently live?
I currently live in Denver, North Carolina.
At some point, did you live in Akron, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
And where were you employed when you lived here in Akron, Ohio?
The city of Akron.
What did you do for them?
I was a 911 dispatcher.
How long were you a 911 dispatcher for the city of Akron?
5.5 years.
5.5 years. And had you worked anywhere else as a 911 dispatcher?
No.
Okay. What type of training did you undergo that enabled you to become a 911 dispatcher?
We had training for a little over a year, 12 months, in call taking, dispatching, leads, and services.
Okay. And what do you do now?
I currently am unemployed.
Okay. Now, Ms. Briggs, I'd like to draw your attention to May 15th of 2017. Do you recall that date?
Yes, sir.
Were you working in your capacity as a dispatcher for the Akron Police Department Dispatch Center on that date?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you have a chance to receive a 911 call in reference to a fire on Fultz Avenue in the city of Akron?
Yes, sir.
And ma'am, when you received that call, can you please describe the demeanor of the caller?
Am I able to hear the call again?
Sure. I'm going to play for you the call, see if you recognize it, and then we'll go from there. The other question I had for you, though, is, was the caller describing an event that they were observing?
I believe so.
Okay. And what type of a call was this for?
For house fire?
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you. If you can't hear it, please let me know.
Yes, sir.
You can always move your microphone down towards the speaker by the computer.
Okay, I'll try.
Hopefully that will help.
All right.
May 15, 2017 at 2:49 on Channel 6.
Ma'am, can you hear that?
I can't really decipher what is being said.
Okay.
But I do believe I remember the caller sounded in distress that the house was on fire.
Okay. And
I believe that we had other calls on that as well.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, this is Akron Beacon. You got a call from your number?
Ms. Briggs, do you recognize any of the voices on there?
Yes, sir.
And whose voice do you recognize?
I believe that was me calling her back.
Okay. And describe that. What do you mean by you calling her back?
Well, apparently a call came in and they hung up or we got disconnected and I had to do a callback.
Okay.
Which is standard procedure.
This is the call recorded call that you took on May 15th of 2017.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's house on fire. I smell the gas. I mean, the smoke from my house on Gilford Street. Okay, what's the address of the fire? I don't know. It's almost gone. The whole house is almost burnt up. I just looked out my window from the corner. I walked to the corner. The house is on fire. It's almost gone. Okay. So it's almost burnt. Right Street is Fultz off the Hillcrest. And the house is almost gone. I'm at the corner. I stay on Hillcrest. I'm at the corner. The house is almost gone. Okay, so you're saying it's on Fultz? Yes, it's on Fultz. Off the Hillcrest corner. Hillcrest corner? Okay. And this house is almost gone. It's about to be hitting the house next door to it, and I don't even know if anybody's staying in the house next door to it. It's the corner in front of the house that's on fire. But I don't see nobody outside on the street at all. I don't even see nobody near this shit. Okay, we can get another call from now. Okay, there's a car at the house that's on fire? Yeah, in the house, there's a car sitting right in front of it. Okay, and you don't see any people? No, I don't see no one. What is your house? It's almost. My name is Peter Richardson. I stay at 1383 Hillcrest. It's not just started in the house next door to it. I don't even know if nobody in the house. Okay, what is your address again? Mine is 1383 Hillcrest. Okay. So I heard all the booming from the back. I thought somebody, it was something like it was on the side of my house, so I'm gonna stop the window and see the smoke, so I walked out to the corner. That house is gone. And this brother started touching the house next door to it. Okay, fire company is on its way. Yeah, I know, but it don't sound like they closed at all. Okay. And they had, I think that sounds, I don't know what that sounds, but they had a party the other day, or not, but somebody had a party on this street earlier, and today. See, it's getting bad. Okay, the ambulance just had to back up, and then the first one here. Go ahead, back up. The ambulance just had to back up. Oh, okay. It just did another big old boom. Like an explosion on here. Yeah. And just keep on popping like it's a explosion. That's what woke me up. Okay. Alright, yeah, and Engine 4 should be there also. If you find it's pulling them now. Okay. Yeah, it's pulling them out. Yeah, we have a whole bunch coming. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Right.
Your Honor, for the purposes of the record, I have just played State's Exhibit 111. Ms. Briggs, are 911 phone calls recorded at or near the time that they're made?
Yes, sir.
And is it the regular practice of the Akron Police Department to record 911 phone calls?
Yes, sir.
And are the recorded calls kept in the regular course of the business activity of the Akron Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I don't have any other questions for Ms. Briggs. The defense might have a couple questions for you, ma'am.
Gentlemen?
Yes, sir.
You don't have any questions.
All right. Ms. Briggs, the defense attorneys don't have any questions for you, so we're going to thank you for your testimony, and you'll be excused from this hearing further. We appreciate it. I don't know if she heard me.
You're excused, ma'am. We don't need you any longer. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And your next one's in person?
Yes, and I believe she's in the hallway, but I have to go check.
We're just going to wait for Mr. LaPrinzi to come back in just to make sure that dispatcher Forsyth is not outside. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there is an additional 911 call taken by Dispatcher Forsyth of the Akron Police Department. The parties at sidebar have agreed that they're going to, stipulate as to the fact that that is a call kept in the regular course of business of the Akron Police Department. And then we're going to go ahead and play that 911 call, which is marked 113?
112.
112? Okay.
Conversation recorded on May 15, 2017 at 2:14:06 on Channel 5.
After 911, were you located in your emergency? There's a house on fire on Hope. I'm not sure what the address is. It's FLCC? Yeah. Is it by Angela Boggs or East? It's by Heights Street, East. Okay, can you see it from your house? Yeah. How high are the flames? They're pretty high. You know, how far away are you from it? Right up the street, I'm at Hillcrest. Okay, is anybody there to occupy? There are people that live there, yeah. Nobody's outside? I didn't see anybody. How far are you down the street? I don't know, I don't know. I'm not good with stuff like that. Do you hear anybody yelling or screaming, or is anybody, I don't tell anybody to get out of the house? I don't hear anything. So about Hope, the GLTC? Yeah. Okay, well, the fire department out, thanks. All right.
That's it.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the extent of the testimony today. We're going to recess for the afternoon. Again, remember the admonition I've given you at all breaks and at the end of each day.
Do not discuss this case amongst yourselves or with anyone else, including family, friends, or the media. You must not post or read anything about this case, whether in the newspaper, on the internet, or using any electronic device, including your cell phones. If discovered, such discussion could lead to a mistrial and would severely compromise the party's right to a fair trial. Do not permit anyone to discuss it with you or in your presence, and do not form or express an opinion on this case until it's finally been submitted to you. Again, we will start tomorrow at 9. So if you could be in the jury room, 5 or 10 till, we will proceed promptly at 9 o'clock with the state's case. Thank you. We're adjourned. Can you leave your notepads upside down in your chairs?
All rise, please.